Sunsprayed, you are listening to Cosmo Fm 90.5. Nothing but the best.
What a beautiful song coming in from the late Sfiso Ncwane. Arukulungile Baba. Welcome to it. Welcome to the special edition of the PM update right on Cosmo Fm 90.5. Nothing but the best. The time is almost 15 minutes before 8 o'clock. You'll remember that we had an agreement with the councillor that we're going to have the special edition of the PM update right on Cosmo FM 90.5. Unfortunately, we couldn't get hold of councillor. One thing that I was having a conversation with the councillor earlier during the day to say we confirmed 7 o'clock. She did agree, but out of the blue, the councillor just sent me an SMS saying that she is stuck in traffic. Even now, I'm still trying to get hold of councillor so that she can give us a clarity of what is happening. One thing that I'm going to touch based on what is happening. One thing that we were going to discuss today, we were going to discuss service delivery. That's a major problem. We wanted to find out from the councillor what are the implementation, what are the plans for the 2020 for service delivery in Cosmo City. A lot of people are still complaining about the very same problems that they were experiencing last year. We did get hold, we did get through. We did receive some of your messages on our Facebook page, and we were hoping and wishing that the councillor will come and answer those questions. There is calm that is retained in Diepsloot. You'll remember that angry residents went on a rampage last week. The cries of Diepsloot residents didn't fall on deaf ears. That's one thing that is so interesting. What I liked about the Diepsloot strike is they demanded the Minister of Police, Ubegicele, and finally the minister responded, of which in most cases it doesn't happen like that. So, Cosmo City residents as well, they've gathered, they submitted a memorandum to the station commander of Honeydew. They are saying all those illegal immigrants that were based in Diepsloot, now they are running to Cosmo City. My question is, how did you guys find out that those illegal immigrants they don't have the proper documentation, they did run to Cosmo City? Anyone who have any evidence to say this is an illegal immigrant that ran from Diepsloot to Cosmo City, we want to hear from you. The studio line number to dial is 071-033-8937. We can't get hold of councillor. The phone is ringing unanswered. With the story of Diepsloot, just to give you an idea of what actually is happening. So, the residents of Diepsloot, last week, they went on a rampage.
My name is Abraham Mabuke. I'm the ward council of this area, Diepsloot, responsible for Diepsloot Ward 113. Crime is high in our community. We have engaged with law enforcement agencies in lots of meetings, trying to come up with the strategies that can eradicate crime in the area. But the strategies are not working at all. Okay. The main problem that we have in this area is that we have high number of illegal immigrants that are residing in our community. And according to the statistics from the police, 90% of the crime committed in our area are committed, in particular guns, robbing, and also killings, are committed by illegal immigrants, in particular Zimbabweans.
Number one, I think you guys will remember what happened from December. During December, a group of Ethiopians, foreigners in our country, they've killed one guy from Kiani. The owner of this driving school here was killed again by the same foreigners. Last week, Friday, a captain of the subs was killed by the same foreigners. All what we are saying today, we are saying enough is enough. We cannot fold our arms when our people are killed like animals. We don't kill people. We welcome these people, they become our friends, but ultimately they're killing us. And the police are helpless because they're getting killed themselves. Bekitele must come down. He must come down and tell us what are they going to do about the situation, because we cannot live with criminals in our community.
Police Minister Bekitele and Home Affairs Minister Aaron Motsoaledi visited the Kasi last week.
Dumelang. Yeah, re buletse ka dilo tse mmalwanyana ka mo. Fela ke tla thatha tse bohlokwa mo Home Affairs. Ya mathomo e go lilweng ka yona. Ke gore ge batho ba ne dillo tša go sona le tse di ne le tsona. Ge ba bolelwa go thwe ke ge ba bolela go thwe ke xenophobia. So we must be very careful to label people xenophobic when they've got consent. They also reported to us when the so-called xenophobic attacks happen in other areas, people ran here to Diepsloot and you will never attack them. And so that's a clear sign that you are not xenophobic. And secondly, we thank you for not having taken the law into your hands after what has happened, but called us here, called the general to come here, who called me to accompany him, and we are here to work together to solve your problems. The moment you take the law into your own hands, you become villains, even when you are supposed to be victims. So the first issue that was raised was about shops that are unregistered. We're told that there are about 400 shops here. We have asked for the list of those shops, and we'll give it over to Ministry of Small Businesses, and they will tell us in terms of their rules what we do. Because what we were told was not that the shops are not wanted, was that they are operating illegally and they are registered. This is what was emphasized by the leaders out there. And so we agree with them that we'll get the list, because nobody must operate an illegal business. And I think that's the law anywhere in the world, not only here.
Thank you.
The other issue that was mentioned was the issue of undocumented migrants. And we can confirm with you that the people who are arrested, we have checked, is true, they are all undocumented. So that's very clear. Those which have been arrested, the 4 of them who have been arrested in lieu of this crowd that is taking place. And I want to emphasize, most people who are not documented is because they don't want to be documented, because they came here to commit a crime.
After his visit, more than 100 undocumented foreigners were buzzed during police raid. And the tactical response team and public order police have been patrolling the Kasi in the north of Johannesburg. Residents blame undocumented foreigners for the high levels of crime in their Kasi. And they said 9 people had been killed, including a police captain, between November and this month.
What are we going to do is this. I want to repeat actually, Aaron, ukuthi asikasatshiswa la ngokuthi masidila necrime kuthiwa xenophobic. We're dealing with criminals, whether they are Ethiopians, whether they are Zimbabweans, whether they are South Africans. We're dealing with criminals. So if you want to put face on them, you can do it. Secondly, we are dealing with undocumented people, abezela bafike badali crime. We lost captain. I was here Saturday morning. Captain. All people abambulele are not South Africans. All people abambulele are undocumented, are untraceable. But fortunately, asibonge emaphoyiseni ukuthi baboshiwe bofola boba. That's one. But two, kade ngibheka ama-crime stats ethu la mabi. Ama-crime stats ale ndawo. Ama-murder a-high, ama-rape a-high, ama-burglary a-high, ama-street robbery a-high. Therefore, nenze okay, man masha ama-demand, kodwa ke ama-request. Nathi nifuna amasosha.
Let's leave it there. Let's leave the deep sleuth thing alone. Let's come back home. One thing that we wanted to talk with the councillor, we wanted to talk about the overcrowding of schools here in Cosmo City. You'll remember that last year, 12,399 students with 5 high schools and 3 primary schools. No, it's 5 primary schools and 3 high schools here in Cosmo City. Students, they were overcrowded. They were overpopulated. The Department of Education, the office of the MEC, together with the SGB, together with the parents, together with the schooling body, they met with the AMC to discuss about the school that is going to be built here in Cosmo City. And the agreement was in 2020, there should be a school in Cosmo City. We are in 2020, 30 days in 2020. There is no improvement. There is nothing that is happening in Cosmo City that shows that there will be a school that will be built. A councillor who's supposed to have, and who actually have answers, she's not available. She's not here to answer all these questions. We have seen some of your messages coming through on our Facebook page. 1, people are still crying about the sewage system. 2, illegal dumping. 3, crime. 4, clinic. 5, overpopulated children in our school. Councillor, when are our people going to get answers? I plead with you, the community wants your help. The community need answers. So some of the sources, they have come through to say, if there is no response, we're going to see a march. We're going to see a strike. They are going to march from Cosmo City to Department of Home Affairs. To which Department of Home Affairs? Even the person who came here into the studio, who is libeled, didn't clarify which Department of Home Affairs will they be running to. Otherwise, that's all I've got for tonight. These are the conversations that I wanted to engage with the councillor so that everyone have answers. Good evening. My name is Adolf Mukonyama. The time is almost, what time? 2 minutes after 8 o'clock.
Zansprait, you are listening to Cosmo FM 90.5. Nothing but the best.